I'm as fast as a shark and just as deadly. And I'm back. And in this episode, I'll be reviewing Chud 2. Whereas the first one was an ecological disaster, this one was just a disaster. So this movie was just basically Chud in name only. This really had nothing to do with the first film. In fact, this actually came off as more of a friggin' sequel to a Return of the Living Dead, not Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. That was one of the more main issues with the film. The other one was they used way too much humor in this, to the point of it being just a friggin' parody. And not even a good one at that. And like I said, this knocked off Return of the Living Dead, which was in fact a parody of the George Romero films to begin with. So basically this is probably a parody of a parody. Stupid and useless and pointless. The lead zombie was Bud the Chud, which was an obvious knockoff of Bub from Day of the Dead. George Romero's Day of the Dead. And like I said, this knocked off Return of the Living Dead, which was in fact a parody of the George Romero films to begin with. So basically this is probably a parody of a parody. Stupid and useless and pointless. So basically, this film centers around a couple of goofballs who accidentally unleash a living dead zombie who then goes around and starts infecting other people. It's up to the two goofballs to stop the ever-growing living dead herd as it gets larger and larger and larger and larger in a complete stupid scenario. Bland characters and a run-of-the-mill plot. That's basically what this movie is. The goofballs manage to save the day by mass electrocuting the zombie horde, but not before one of them ends up getting bit themselves. The bit goofball does the noble thing and runs away instead of facing what happened, so the process can start all over again. However, lucky for us, this ass of a movie never shat out a stupid sequel. So this was it. I'm not surprised. The characters sucked. The plot sucked. The execution sucked. This movie altogether just sucked. Alright, so here's some of the notable actors in this film. Brian Robbins, who at that point in time was starring on that TV show Head of the Class. You had Garrett Graham, who's always pretty fucking good in any movie he's in, as Bud the Chud. There's Norman Fell, June Lockhart, two alright actors. And Robert Vaughn. He was a pretty big time actor. Did a lot of shitty movies though. Larry Linville was also in the film. If you don't remember who he is, he was in MASH for about the first 8 seasons. Alright. With that said, I'm actually kind of surprised that this film managed to get some of these actors. It's not like this film was that great. It's not like the script was that great. It's not like these actors were actually given a lot to work with. They weren't. I give this one chainsaw enema up the ass. Yeah, this movie was hot garbage and a pile of puke and dog crap. Bacon in the sun. And with that said, this is the Executioner signing out. Until next time, remember to keep your head on tight, people.